Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to Just Gaming Today. Today we're going to play a game called Runeborn. Now, I played this a long time ago when it was in demo mode, and somewhat recently the 1.0 version came out. I had purchased the game after I played the demo because I liked it quite a bit. So, and it was fairly cheap. I think it was like $4.99 or something when I purchased it. It's probably more expensive now because the full version's out and whatnot. Um, Now that the full version is out, I do have a few things unlocked. I think I have some extra trinkets and stuff unlocked. It's going to be an interesting memory experience for me because I haven't played it in so long. Um, Let me see. So there's two starting trinkets. So this one here, meditations gained through action, not advancement. +2 meditations after a cast with a match of 3 or more. Meditations no longer refresh after elites and bosses. So this is the second kind of book you get. The first book is this one here, a well-rounded rune book that starts out strong. You get this trinket, which is this flawed jewel, which has +20 damage, +4 multi, +1 max cast at the start of a boss fight, and it's a unique singular bound. So they added a lot in this because I remember seeing these trinkets and they didn't have as much terminology on them. So it's good that they explain it. Like unique cannot mirror this item, so you can't have two of them. Copy the effect of a non-unique trinket. Singular cannot duplicate this item or encounter duplicates of it throughout other effects, and it's bound. It cannot be sold or destroyed. So basically, you have to keep it. So the game is pretty cool. You kind of go into, well, you'll see as we go along. Artifacts discovered. It looks like it did carry over some of the things that I've done before. It looks like I got two of these. The Area 1, the Festering Pit. I honestly don't remember a lot about it. I really like the artwork. The artwork is super cool. Like I love the facial expressions and everything. This introduction piece here is really cool. Just lots of super cool artwork. And the game's pretty cool too. Now, kind of show you what it is. I'm definitely not going to be able to explain it in full professional detail. But basically, you go through 3 chapters and you're trying to get to this last boss. So the first boss we're playing against is Vipers. As you go through the game, you unlock more of these bosses, is what I remember. And I'm nowhere near the end of the game. This is very much the beginning of the game. So you get to choose your path. Who are you going to fight against? So it's going to tell you, about the fights a little bit. So you might know some things about the fight. So you see, I know that this particular slime has 1,500 hit points and has no ability. And it's going to give me 4 coins, and it's going to be opening the trinket shop to me. And I also know that the trinket shop are available on both of these. And then I know that I get 4 coins and 0 coins. Now, the reason I get 0 coins here is because I'm fairly sure if you look at this, that this green, it's going to give you a bonus, and this one's going to give you a negative. He's going to be the neutral. That's what I remember, at least from the demo. So I think it's the same here. So I'm going to take the neutral guy and fight the slime. So basically, the slime's up here. You have 5 coins here. And basically what you're trying to do is go through. These are coins or casts? I think they're coins. Yeah, because you get 5 plus 5, 10 coins total reward if you make it through. Base holds, and this is your mana, base meditations, meditate and cast. Okay, so what do I remember here? So I think we need to lock the runes that we want to keep. So what you're trying to do is kind of like a slot machine. So this is kind of an adventure slot machine here. So you see the 3 columns here, 5 columns and 3 rows, right? Then you also see the win condition. So like this particular line is a win condition, and this particular line is a win condition. And then this one goes like this, and then this one goes like this. And you can look at it by doing this. So you highlight over the conditions over here. This particular monster has 5 win conditions. So what you can do is, in the very beginning, we haven't really established any color dominance. We haven't bought any extra runes. There are things that you can purchase and make more of these things show up, or make less of particular colors or runes to show up. So there's lots of stuff that you can end up doing here. But right now we're pretty vanilla. So let's look at what we have. I think we've got a lot of the white runes, the light runes showing, the white ones. So I'm going to lock those. I don't really see much of matches other than that. And these are kind of matches. So what you do here is you go ahead and re-roll. You re-roll by meditating. So we're going to use a re-roll here, and you see it took 1 away. So 7 out of 8. Now we have a wild card here, which matches any element. So that one we're going to lock down. What else? We've got some greens, but no other whites. I'm going to meditate again. Got some more, one more white here and another wild card, but we actually need a white to be here. We're kind of stuck. Not good. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and cast. And the reason I'm going to cast is I'm hoping that I'll get some of these white runes on my cast. When you cast, I believe it re-rolls again. Yeah, unless you lock it. So we did not get lucky. That was terrible. So we're basically doing some base damage off of just what we had, selected. Now, he's easy because he's the slime. So that's why I was kind of meditating and trying to get things set up so we could kill him in one go. But he's easy, so it didn't really take a lot to get to him. So let's see what we got here. Wow, I don't know if I like much of this. I guess we'll go with maybe locking these and see what we got. All right, we got 3 there. Got some lights to show up. We still have 2 more holds. All right, so we've got a 4 cast. We don't need much to kill him, so I'm just going to go ahead and cast and see if we get any cool stuff here. We did enough to kill him. Not a big deal, right? So not a terrible amount of interactions or craziness going on here. So we got a new trinket unlocked. I don't know if that means it's going to show up in the trinket slot or not, but a new trinket added to the trinket pool. This executioner add a new random effect to this trinket when an elite or boss is defeated. Interesting. So you can see how you did different spell lines. It's again, you're looking at this kind of like a fantasy slot machine that you're playing, and you're getting these coins based off of your how well you do. So trinkets. So basically, we get to purchase trinkets. We have 13 gold right now. So we've got 1 uncommon and 3 common. We can restock. We can pay 3 to re-roll all of this if we want. So let's see. +1 cast when all runes in the first column have the same element. That's kind of neat. +20 damage when held runes are triggered. Interesting. That's a way to kind of bump your damage up because you're going to want to hold runes anyways. +15 damage and +3 multi when fire runes are triggered. So this is how you can start to specialize in a particular type of rune that shows up. +0 damage, grow by 4 damage with every cast. So this one will sit over here and kind of just keep growing and being able to do more damage. I think I'm going to take this uncommon, the night sky. Let's take 7 there, and then maybe this rune trigger here. Now, since this is it's +1 cast, +20 damage, I'm going to move this one down because it's got that multi effect, and I want the multi effect to trigger at the end. It's kind of a multiplier of how much damage you're doing, so you want all the damaging stuff first, and then be able to hit this. So I'm going to hit the next level. And again, we may or may not know things about the monsters we're going to fight, but you can see this is going to give some sort of a bonus. This is going to be detriments, and then this is telling us how much we're going to earn. So the middle of the road guy is going to be this one, but I am going to have a detriment. So I'm not sure what the detriment is. I'm going to roll the dice and just kind of go with him and see what it does. All rune damage decreased by 25%. So it shouldn't be too bad, but who knows? Let's see here. So we did not get the 3 in the first column to all be the same. I'm wondering if I should. Yeah, this is. I don't have any dedicated colors. I'm just going to go with green at this point and see what I can get to show up. We got a wild card, another green. Meditate again. Ooh, that worked out well. We've got 8 being held. I can unlock this one and hope for something good here or roll again. I think I'm just going to cast that and see. I might be able to kill him, especially if I get a green or a wild here. Yeah. Yeah, getting this 5 match is really good against these first few bosses. See, 9,300 damage. We've got him at negative 6,000. So it's pretty good. Let's see here. So re-trigger all runes of the last cast against an enemy. Interesting. Gain +1 meditation every cast. That's really nice because your meditations don't refill. I forgot about that. You have 8 to work through the bosses in that particular boss selection. So you only have 8 meditations to get to Vipa and Fighter. I am going to buy this. You're limited in the amount of trinkets you have, but that's a pretty good one. Get some extra meditations. +1 coin for every meditation remaining when an enemy is defeated. Doubles all listed percentages. I don't think I have any percentiles. Do not. Do I want to reroll here? Or I'm going to save my coin. So now we've got, this is the elite encounter with Slithera or Klepta. So Klepta steals stuff, I remember, just based off the name, obviously. We get 5 and 5. They're probably equally tough. I'm going to go with Slithera and see what that's like. 50% chance for a meditation to fail. Yikes, that's pretty rough. Okay, so we only have 1 meditation left. So I forgot that the meditations don't come back after a particular fight. So I remember now. It's been a while since I've played this, and I didn't go through the tutorial again, but it's coming back to me here. So probably save some of your meditations. Don't go through so many. Well, let's see here. We've got not good starting runes, in my opinion here. We've got 4 white, but none of them are in the row that the starting one is in. I mean, what I could do is just kind of pick 2 colors and see if I can get either of them to work. Let's try that. Oh, it failed. Holy smokes, this is bad. Okay, well, yikes. I'm going to pick these because they're most, you got 2 in this row, 2 in this row, and they're towards the beginning. What I mean by that is these runes are more important than these runes. You want to have matches in these first 2 columns so you could do more damage. Otherwise, you're just going to do damage here, here, and here, and that's it. It won't go anywhere. So we're just going to have to like raw cast for a win, which is not good. Yeah, see, in this row here just matches the blue, even though I have 4 here. So we did a bit of damage with these 2 hitting, but we have 1 meditation again. Here, I'm thinking of locking these here, and locking these red, and then let's meditate. Hopefully it works. It worked. The red here is good. It blocks the white. I could keep the white here just for the 20 damage, but if it hits a red, we're going to do a lot more. So I think we're going to go with unlocking these. If I manage to hit, I want a red to come here. I'm just going to roll because if I manage to hit like 2 colors the same here, this wild will apply to that as well. So let's cast that and see how that goes. It's unlikely, but you never know. It's a shame. We got a good amount here, so we'll take some damage off. Good. So we got 3 more casts. So let's see what we get on the next one. That little trinket we picked up is doing some heavy lifting here because giving me a meditate back each cast is pretty good. So I'm going to keep this, this, and this. Let's keep this too and see if we can get a white or a wild here. We didn't. Of course, keep the wild here. Unfortunately, we're just going to have to cast and hope for the best. I do have 2 reds here, so I can unlock this and hope for reds to show up here. I'm actually going to unlock this and just kind of go with the flow here and see what I get. Because whatever rune hits here, hopefully we'll get another one there and see. It turns out white, yeah, so it turns out with the black rune there. Probably enough to kill her. There we go. So we still did it, but you know, it's kind of rough, rough going there. So now that I killed the elite, you get their meditations back and your cast back, and then here you get to choose a rune. So what this is going to do is add a rune to one of the columns. So we're starting to specialize in things like what do you want to, or you know, either you're going to add a rune to your inventory, or you can add kind of special abilities to your runes. So what do we want to do here? We don't have any trinkets that are focusing on any particular color. This devouring aura I don't really like because it kills amulets on other auras, but then it grows. So that could be okay. The base damage thing is kind of weird because like 10 base damage versus 20 base damage, obviously you'd rather have the 20. Plus my multi is really good though. This one's got plus 35 damage. These little, what are they called? Destroys amulets. Yeah, these little amulets that go on the runes, they add these extra abilities. I think I'm going to go grow rune by 1.6 base retriggers after 5 triggers, plus 1 retrigger needed after resetting. I think I'm just going to go for the plus 5 multi and see if I can get that going. Now you got to choose where you want that to go. So I'm going to go ahead and throw it in the first column here. You'll see it pop in. Click continue. Now we should get a larger shop at some point in time. We still got trinkets going. We have 17 gold now, times 3 multi for spell line 3. Multiplies multi equal to the match size of the shortest spell line. Interesting. Plus 3 coins when a coin in the last column is triggered. That's pretty cool. Hard to get to trigger, but plus 16 multi for matches of 4 or more. Ooh, that's a lot of extra damage. I think I'm going to take this one and just kind of go with that. Yeah, we'll keep it at the end because it's likely to not trigger so much, but we'll see. All right, so we're in the second piece here. So we fought an elite. Now we're moving on to the snapper is going to be the easiest. Maybe it's hard to compare these two because they're both 0 reward. I'm not sure how many hit points. When you fight them, you learn more about them. I had hit points kind of exposed and abilities exposed before. I'm not sure. I'm going to go ahead and take the snapper and see. Let's recast the start of each fight. So it's giving me some extra casts to kill him. He's got 10,000 hit points. Got some blues started here. Sure, we'll lock the blues and see what we can get here. There's another blue. Doesn't do anything for me, But we'll do one more meditate. Nice. No other blues, but let's cast and see if we can get lucky and get a blue here would be really good. We didn't get any more blues. So it's kind of like when you're in Vegas, you know, the slot machine doesn't always work out. We did okay, 2,000 damage. We need to average 2,000 damage to kill him. So hopefully we'll get a little better start here. I'm going to lock these whites up in the reds. Just kind of go with 2 colors at the beginning. Ooh, another red. That's nice. And another wild. Ooh. And a bunch of white, but I'm thinking, maybe I keep these 2 locked. Hopefully we get a red here, honestly. Can't lock anything else. I only have 8 holds. Could unlock this and get a red here, but it's not really going to matter too much unless, you know, I get them to turn red. I mean, this is pretty good here. Red's not the highest base damage, but getting those multipliers, we're doing real good. Yeah, that was very, very good. Nice. So you kind of get an idea how this works. I'm just remembering some of it. It's taking a little while to bring back the memories there. So grow by 3 multi every time a restock is used. That's kind of cool. You can just use coins to grow this multiplier. That's just going to apply all the time. That's interesting. Plus 50 damage to matches of 2 or more. It's kind of cool. Times 1.5 multi when runes in the middle and last columns are triggered. The damage of runes from the bottom row to the runes above them. Damage of runes from the bottom row to the runes above them. That's really kind of cool. I think we're going to go with this merchant coin. I'm going to sell this. I think I can sell it, right? Oh, I need to drag it to the sell. That's what it was. Yeah, I had to remember that too. So if you want to sell something, drag it and you get to sell it. So I'm going to get the merchant coin and then I'm going to restock to grow the merchant coin. So we just have a base of 3 just to start with. Let's see if anything else is appealing. So runes grow 5 base damage after being triggered. Ooh, that's really nice. I have to say goodbye to something. They just continue to grow is pretty good. All matches count as 1 match higher. Plus 15 damage and 3 multi when lightning runes are triggered. I'm very interested in this one. I still have quite a way to go on this quest here. First column have the same element. I'm going to sell this one and put this there. And we'll see if how that works out, because growing runes by 5 seems like a pretty good thing. Then I'm going to restock 1 more just to get the extra multi there. All right, we'll go to next. So we get bonuses here and a minus here. We don't know anything about them. We do get 1 coin here, so probably I'm going to go with this guy. See what we get. Gain 2 coins for every match of 5 cast. So if we can manage to do a 5 cast, we get some bonus coins. We got a bunch of wild cards, which is nice. I'm going to go with the gold simply because of this. And the potential to just go ham here. So let's do a meditate. We get 1 more gold. That's nice. I'm actually going to meditate maybe 1 more time here. Oh, paid off. Fantastic. Look at that. Well, holy smokes. Oh man, it would have been nice to have this as a cast. So I think I'm going to have to remove this and mark this. Now I get 2. This is interesting, right? Because take this and this. That's a 4 cast. But that's as much as I can lock. I can't lock this one. So I think we're going to do that. We're going to do 5 cast and a 4 cast and see how this goes. Might be enough to kill him, honestly, especially if we get some sort of other hit here. We didn't, but it's an awful lot of damage either way. Yeah, so most of the damage we needed was there. And we did get a 5 cast, so we got 2 extra coin there. So we got some red started and green started. Maybe I just lock them down like that and then do a meditate. Ooh. Here. I'm wondering if this is enough to warrant keeping it, but I don't think so. Boy, that's a shame here too. Well, let's go ahead and cast. We've got lots of casts in this one, so we got a bunch of red, but this 4 green match is pretty good. Almost enough to get him. Okay, so here we've got a wild white. Unfortunately, I think that's all we're going to lock. Let's meditate once. Cast. Just wanted to get something set up to secure the win here. We'll get a meditate back because of this cast as well. So as you progress, I'll explain something when we get back to that screen here. So you got 9 coins. It tells you how you got the coins too. So it's kind of like Balatro in explaining, how exactly you got your money at the end. Adds them up there. Earth Ring is plus 15 damage and 3 multi when Earth Runes are triggered. So it's specific to green. Plus 6 multi for matches of 2 or more. That's pretty good, but I already got 6 on this one. Plus 4 holds. Oh, man, that's really nice. Plus 100 damage to matches of 3 or more. Problem is I only have 5 trinkets, so I think we'd have to get rid of this. I think I'm okay with getting rid of that because it hasn't triggered once yet. I'm going to go with the holds. I like having things that are known. Oh, I do have another trinket slot too. I wonder if that opened when I killed the elite. Might have. So the other thing I wanted to show is, even though we've only been dealing with trinkets so far, there are scrolls, and I don't have them unlocked yet. When I was playing in the demo, these were unlocked and you had opportunities to buy scrolls. And scrolls allow you to impact a lot of different things, which is cool. So here, I'm going to do the restock to grow this trinket here. See if we have anything of interest. So now we're at the plus 9 multi there. So plus 15 damage and 3 multi when a light rune is triggered. That's not bad. Oh man, I wish I could lock these. I don't think I have any ability. When you run out of casts, grant plus 2 casts and evolve into Phoenix Torch. Interesting. So that one's one that'll turn into a different relic when you have it activate. Plus 2 coins when you deal greater than or equal to 50% of the enemy's total HP in a single cast. Nice money generation there. Plus 25 multi for matches of 5. Honestly, I think I'm going to grab this one and see if I can I can sell it later, but even being able to have it activate once, you've already made your money back. So that might be okay. Hit next level. So we're on level 6. We have to fight Bloodhoof or Servalric. Bloodhoof looks like he might be a little easier based on the reward here. So I'm going to go there just to make it so we can get the Vipera. I don't know if I'm going to be able to beat her, but you know, it's interesting. I love the artwork. The artwork is so good in this. And honestly, the music's probably good too, but I turned it down just because, you know, YouTube gets bent out of shape about music. So I'll go with the blue here. The red's nice, but if you don't have it starting, it doesn't do anything for you, which is unfortunate. I am just going to meditate as is and see if I can pick up some blues. Of course, I pick up a wild, which is okay, but maybe I go for the green and cast. Yeah, I'm going to hope for green here, hope for blue here, and see what happens. Sometimes hope pays off and sometimes it doesn't. Look, payoff right there. Yeah, 5 in a row is really nice. So I didn't do his total 50%. Oh, okay. Look at that too. I was like, what happened there? Move a rune to the leftmost column after each cast. So this is the detriment we get. But sometimes it could be okay because you get some of the runes you get over here. You start to collect a mass of colors in this starting one and make it easier to form different matches. So this one is rune polish. So +5 damage because of this little background here. I don't remember these from the thing, so that must be part of the Bloodhoof thing. What am I going to keep here? Not really anything really going for us, but we had a green go over here. But we got a lot of red exposed. I'm going to see if we can hit some red. Of course, not so good. So I'm going to meditate one more time. Got a wild. I just have to hope. Got to get some red or a wild. There's a wild at least, so we get some of this red going here. Not going to be enough to kill him, but we could do a fair amount of damage. Okay. So here we've got black going. Some green. I'm just going to stick with the black because we've got a fairly significant... Yeah, this is really nice here. I am just going to cast at this point and hope for the best, you know, with the machine and see if I get a wild or a black here. That would have been nice, but we didn't. We did get a wild here, so we pick up another road that will cast more damage. Put some black move over. Okay, so we got green going here. It's easy determining there. I'm gonna use the meditate. No wilds. Nothing yet. Let me use one more meditate and see if we can just get some green locked up. We'll go ahead and cast and hope for the best. We don't have to do a ton. Yeah, that should be good. We got the start here is really nice because you'll get every row activates, every winning row activates with at least something in it, which was enough. All right, let's see what we get there. So everything gets replenished for the Vipa fight, and then we get a rune. So wild rune, 15 base damage, divine amulet is 50% chance cast to add 10 multi. That's pretty nice. And since we're not really specializing in any particular rune, I think that's going to be the one. Yeah, I'm going with this just because it's going to help me probably the most. There's only one wild in the first one, so I'm going to go ahead and add it in this first column and see if we can open up some more matches. Trinket shop again. Unfortunately, we're kind of, you know, where we're at with trinkets. +2 coins per common trinket you own at the start of a fight. Well, that would be pretty good. That's better than this one for sure. +1 coin for every 5 coins owned when an enemy is defeated. ×1 multi, grow by 0.1 multi every cast with no visible wild runes. We just added a wild rune, so 10 damage for each unused hold. Now that's interesting because I do have a lot of holds. Well, this one can go. It cost 1 and we got 1 back when we were selling it. We don't need a ton of coins because I think when we beat Vipa, we're over. I'm going to buy this one. Put the damage up here, have these come down. I am going to do a restock so we can get the ×12. ×1.5 multi for matches of 2 or more. It's really good, but I don't know. I kind of like the stuff we have at the moment. We also picked up, oh, that's how I got it. So you can buy trinkets and they can pick up these little ads, these enchantments or gems or whatever it's called. And it causes things to happen. So that's how I picked up the little, the advantage of having an extra trinket slot. And here, if we bought this one, it's got ×1.5 multi just based off of the gem that's attached to it. Yeah, I forgot about these gems too. I know there's a shop where you can add the gems to these, but I didn't know that you could get them when you purchase them. It's multi equal to the damage of the lowest rune in the match. Honestly, I think I'm just going to take another restock and grab this multi. Okay, +1 max cast at the start of a boss fight. All right, we're at a boss fight. So this is the boss, Vipras. So 64,000. She petrifies a rune with each cast. So it's tough. Not easy to fight her. Again, super cool art. So unfortunately, she petrified this black rune, and I think petrified effects runes cannot be unheld or targeted by scrolls. So we can go ahead and hold it, I think. If that's true, we've got a 3 match right there, which is kind of cool. We've got a 3 match here. I think I'm going to meditate on that. Okay, and it does stay that way, so that's good. I'm going to meditate one more time. Wish I could, oh, let's do this and then cast. We've got 7 holds that we've used, so we're going to get +50 damage. Oh, it would have been great. Pick up a extra rune there, but it didn't happen. We'll do some okay damage. I mean, 1 cast, we have quite a few of them. We have 5 more casts left and we did 40. She's down from 64 to 46. So that's a pretty good start on that. Again, with the black rune locked. Maybe go for them again. Can't hold it, but it holds itself. So you kind of get a negative and a positive out of it. I am going to go ahead and keep these light runes for the moment and see what happens after this meditate here. If I do that, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just try and go in all on the dark runes there. Dark. We've got some decent locks here, so at this point I'm going to go ahead with the cast. Not picking up any dark runes, but we got a 4 cast here, which is pretty nice. Not as good as the first hand, or the first time, I believe, yeah. But decent. So we need 33,000 out of the next 4. So if we manage 10 or so, that would be good. This one's got extra rune polish on it. We got some decent ones matched there. I'm gonna meditate. Yeah, doing blues up here is not gonna help. So let's meditate and see what we get here. Could roll the dice and do dark here, but I don't think that's gonna help me. I'll meditate one more time. So I'm gonna get one of them back. Still no blue. This could match. One's got rune polish. Let's do not trigger on that one. Let's go ahead and cast and see if we can get lucky on a dark rune or some ice runes popping up. Doesn't look like we did. Unfortunate. Oh. This one changed. Huh. We did, again, decent amount of damage. We got 3 casts to do about 20. I mean, we did a lot on that one. So we do have a wild starting over here, which is nice. This is going to stay as an ice rune. It looks black. Or if it's just changing it black. Oh, I thought this was a dark rune last time. So it just changes it into more of a black look. Well, I tell you what, I am going to keep these here just because that's a pretty good network. Can't do anything about this one, but let's keep this. Let's meditate. Ooh, yes. I'm going to meditate one more time. It's a pretty strong board. If we pick up some more light, I'd be pretty happy. Okay, I'm going to cast that and go with the plus 40. Hope for some wild or another light rune. I mean, that's pretty good. A 3, a 4, and a 5. Got some pretty good casts on those lines. So this should do it. Nice. So a pretty decent run there. New shop unlocked. Yeah, I have to unlock all of this stuff again. That was interesting that I get a new book as well. They're like Book of Ruins, and each book gives you some base effect type thing going on. The scroll shop has been added to the shop pool, so now I can start to do scrolls. So there's a lot of unlocking. Every scroll scribed picks up power. Scroll folio. Interesting. So that's another book that we can play with. Sickle of Speed. New trinket added to the trinket pool. All right, so we got some decent unlocks. Choose one trinket. Held runes have a 50% chance to re-trigger when casting. ×6 multi for matches that contain an earth rune. Decrease 1 multi for each earth rune triggered. Resets each spell line it's cast. Lightning runes in the middle column trigger twice when casting. Lightning runes in the last column trigger 3 times. I think I'm just going to go with this holding tech here. And continue. I thought once we defeated her, we're done with this run. The keepers. So maybe we do keep continuing. Huh. So you get to pick the shop, I believe. Trinkets. Yeah. So we go to the next level after these guys. Ancient Archive. I'm going to go to the scroll shop so we can take a look at it. So the scroll shop is really interesting. I don't know. It looks like we have 2 scroll unlocks, so that's good. So let's read. Add 2 gold amulets to up to 2 runes. The gold amulet adds coins when they're activated. Swap 2 runes. So you can take a rune and move it to a different column, basically. Captures a rune in this scroll. So you can take a rune and put it in this scroll thief and then sell the scroll and get rid of the rune. Or remove the rune from its column and column inventory. Yeah. So you can kind of get rid of it. There's like a way to erase them as well. So 4 to get this one. I'm going to go ahead and get the scroll thief. By removing runes, you can start to specialize and get some specialty go after a particular type of color of rune and whatnot. So destroy up to 2 runes is a really good one. Add a wealth aura to a rune. So +1 coin per previous rune in the spell line. Interesting. 33% chance to add a random gem to a random trinket without one. I think I'm going to do the destroy 2 runes. Oh, I don't have enough. Can I sell something? Actually, I'm going to sell the scroll I just bought because this destroy 2 runes is better. So I got 1 gold, and then let's go back. I can still go into the trinket shop if I wanted to, but I got no money. Okay, so chapter 2 is the second one. I think I can save the game here, right? Yeah. Exit to the main menu. I want to see if there's a continue because that's important. Yes. So we're on that run. We've defeated the first boss and we're continuing into the next boss. So there's 3 bosses. The first one, second, third. The third one is the big one for that entire run. And sometimes you beat them, sometimes you don't. I have to unlock a lot of stuff again. So, I progressed a decent amount through the game as far as the demo would let me. It was enough to be interested in it. It's kind of random, but don't let the randomness, it kind of bothered me in the beginning, but you get to do things throughout the run that gives you a lot more control and have a real effect on the game. You kind of, you're playing with a slot machine. Think of this game as a Balatro type game for slot machines. And it's pretty cool. So I'll come back and do another one of these Let's Plays. We'll see if we can make it to the final boss and get through that. And if you're interested in the game, let me know. It's pretty interesting. The artwork is always fantastic. That's one of the things that I really, really liked about it. I thought the artwork is fabulous. I mean, even look at this big 2-handed hammer. That putting a big dragon head on top of a hammer is really cool. You see the bosses in the background. This is one of the bosses we're going to fight. Some of the other enemies down there, the little slime we fight and stuff. They did an excellent job with all the artwork. And the game's pretty cool too. The game's got, it takes a little bit to set in. So if they still have a demo, I encourage you to jump into the demo and give it a shot. The tutorials helped me a lot in the beginning. And it was pretty cool. I got another one of my friends interested in. He really likes this game. So check it out. It's called Runeborn. Like, subscribe, leave a message on, what you think of the game and if you gave it a shot. Take care, everybody. See you in the next one.